I don't know if I'll ever put this one out there, but as most of you know, with gardening, towards the end there, you always wind up with some leftover green beans or your lettuces. Heat's come up and it started to spike, and you wind up with pretty little things like this at the top. Mind you, this is would have had leaves on it when it was planted, but when I harvested, it started spiking. And so what happens is, most people would just pull it out and throw it in the dumpster. Well, not here at the stead. You don't do that. What you do when you come around when you get all this stuff done is you save a few of these little boogers, and you leave them in the ground until they don't produce, till the leaves are gone, and until the plants are pretty well dead. And then you start your fun fall project or late summer project of seed collecting. I mean, one of these, it's dry, it's hard, you leave it out there. I pick them and leave them out on the table if they're really overdone when I get them. And so I turn around, and then later I come around and you just pop them open like this, and you see there's a little seed in here. There's several of them in there, and you just store those and you put them in a nice dry spot, and for next year or in time for another planting, you'll have already made seeds. If they're successful growth, you save a few, and you save them for next year. I've been sitting here this morning and going through some of this stuff and going, I've never seen one of these videos about a guy, what they do with it after they eat the food and store it. But I always save a few and cover them up and put them away and envelope them and put them up for next year. I mean, this is just a couple of these. I don't know if you can see them real good, but that's green bean seed for next year. And I save them. I save them for all veggies. Even lettuces, like I showed you with these ugly little stalks. But you see these little guys right here? They're loaded with, here's one little pod. You just open it up and pull it out, and there's about a half a dozen little lettuce seeds in there that you can use for next year. Or, being that it's fall here in Denver, getting to be fall here in Denver, I'll save them and I'll start them again for another fall planting. So, like I said, I don't know if I'll ever produce this one or put this one out there, but just something to think about while you're prepping is you don't have to go to the store and buy your seed, or go online and buy your organic seed, or this seed or that seed from Fred's farm down the road. Just collect from what you got and you'll have no trouble. Just start building. It may take a couple of years. Like I said, Trask's been doing it for about 30 years. You learn a few things over the years. Mind you, it's now 12 noon and I'm drinking fresh water right out of the hose. I had to go, it's almost 90 here, and the plants were starting to get a little bit shady, so I went out and turned the hose on and watered the roots and watered the soil. Never water the plant when it's hot, because then it'll turn around, it'll cause all kinds of disease and yucks, and just something I've learned over the years. I just water the soil, give it a little drink, don't soak it, drench it too badly, but they could use a little drink now and then, like you and I need 2, 3, 4 bottles of water a day. Your plants need it too. And since, I'm cheap and po, and I don't do drip irrigation systems at thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars, I just take the hose out and move it around and water the soil. So, have a good one. Like I said, I don't know if I'll publish it, but just a little informative. Talk later.